La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center is the place to go if you're looking to rejuvenate your appearance, tighten and shape your body, and just do something special for yourself. You deserve to look your very best.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center offers over 90 procedures and treatments for a natural, youthful appearance. They are absolutely the best in the business. Try out their treatment planner at glamfam.com. It's so easy and amazing to use.
We can't say enough great things about their board-certified plastic surgeons, and guess what? They offer flexible payment plans so you can start your journey to a better you right now.
Free consultations, too. The very best in the business is in our own backyard. How lucky are we?
Make sure you tell them that Laura Cain After Dark sent you. We love everything about La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. Go to glamfam.com. Hello, this is Laura Cain After Dark. I'm Laura Cain, and Erik Rimmer, my co-host,
yes,
always brings out his finest attire.
I do.
For every episode.
Classy.
So this is maybe the most classic, the most, wait, you got to take off your whole sweatshirt.
It just says I bleached my anus for this.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something.
I've never done that, by the way.
Besides the podcast and everybody who's watching.
Yes.
Do you walk around Home Goods wearing that shirt?
No, I only get them for the podcast.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
I was like, what the heck?
I was not born in a barn, Cain.
Well, sometimes I wonder. This is
Speaking of outfits.
Yes. I know.
What is going on here? I feel like I should have brought you knitting needles and some yarn.
Okay. And
some spectacles.
Let me explain. Okay.
Please do.
I know. It's really weird. It's a very weird outfit that I'm wearing right now. I was
Are
going...
you wearing pants at all?
No. This is just a long sleeve shirt.
Okay, well, don't Sharon Stone anybody.
I'm not, but I have these boots on.
Okay, well...
No. I have my legs closed. Don't worry. Okay, so I was putting away some laundry, and then when you get in that jag where you're like, oh, I haven't cleaned my closet in a while. And then you kind of you're going through and like, you know what? I don't need this. I've never worn this. Mm-hmm. Do you guys do that too? Mm-hmm. And I looked at this like little outfit that I bought. I think I bought it from like Shein or something like 3 years ago. And it had a shirt and this little vest, and the shirt is long, comes to my knees. Mm-hmm. I've never once worn it. It's been sitting in my closet for 3 years. And I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear it one time, and then I'm going to give it away. And this is the day.
That's probably a good idea.
Because I'm like, I obviously thought it was cute enough to buy. It must have looked cute on the model.
Were you
but like, look,
sleep shopping?
Here. No, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Really? Did you buy the boots too? You bought the
Yes,
boots?
I bought the boots, but I bought them somewhere else. But luckily they just happened to match. But
lucky.
Yeah. So that's the story of this outfit, because it's really not cute. I know that, but I needed to wear it because it's been in my closet. It's been hanging there for 3 years. I'm like,
if I had a set of matches, I'd light it on fire right now.
Oh, somebody might really like this.
Sure. Maybe somebody's 90-year-old grandmother would like it.
Oh, I don't want to look like a 90-year-old grandmother. Please.
Well, then let's get rid of it.
Okay, I will. Okay. So, we're Laura Cain After Dark, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Hi, producer
Laura
Brian.
Cain After Dark
Howdy.
with Erik Rimmer.
Yeah.
And there's producer Brian. Hi, Brian.
There he is.
Hi.
So, did you guys have a good week? Good weekend? Do you have any stories?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to do like our little version of a host chat that we used to do, or that we still apparently do.
Apparently.
Okay. So it's like 9:00 at night, and I get a text from my roommate, Marie, and she says, OMG, my car is dead. I need some jumper cables. I need my battery needs to be started.
I can hear that in her voice too.
I know, she's French.
OMG, my car's dead.
Come jump me.
He does it better than you
Laura,
do.
come
Yeah, I
jump
know.
my car.
No, that was
Canadian.
terrible.
That's
That was
Canadian.
terrible. Anyway, so I'm like, wait,
Wait, was this the night that I texted you? 'Cause we were
Yes.
having dinner? Oh,
yes.
okay.
No, yes. And so I go, wait, because she works in Old Town. Her little store, Elote, is in Old Town. She sells Mexican corn, which is delicious, by the way. It's called Elote on the corner of Congress Street. And she gets off pretty late, and she tried to get in her car. And she tried to start it, and the battery's dead. And so then I guess some guys were trying to help her, but it was late. It was 9. Most places were closed. And I said, stay there. Don't move. Stay in a well-lit area.
Mommy's coming.
I'll be right there. I'm going to go get Antonio's jumper cables from his car, and I will bring them, and we'll jump your car. Mm-hmm. So I drive to Old Town. I'm in my pajamas already because it's 9 o'clock, and I have my slippers on and my pajamas and my old grandma sweater. And
this sweater?
No, a different one. And I drive down to the heart of Old Town, and there's her car, and it's obviously not working. And there's also this guy who is kind of milling around. He's wearing this big, giant, like hand-woven poncho that you'd find like in Mexico, but I've never seen. Yeah, but I've never seen I've never seen a poncho like this. It was like over his head, and it was like full body poncho. Okay, and he almost looked like he was maybe living there or something. I don't know. But he said, you know what? After you're done, are you jumping her car? Because I also need my car to be started too.
Oh, goodness.
I look back. He has a Porsche Macan. I think it's how you say it. It's a Porsche SUV. It's white, and it was dead. And he just looked a little sketchy. I mean, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Yes, I know. But I'm like, okay, yes, of course, I will help you. I noticed in the passenger seat, there was a woman. And in the back seat was a dog. And the woman was distraught looking. And his phone was dead. So we try to start, first of all, try to start Marie's car with my jumper cables. And it doesn't work because she has a hybrid. She has a Prius.
Oh.
And for some reason it was not working.
Did you put the cables on right?
We had the assistance of a man who came down from one of the workers came down and helped us.
Red on dead, red on live.
Yes. But it was doing nothing. And I was revving the engine. And these were like old jumper cables. So the guy in the poncho who was kind of milling around and was with this woman, it turns out, says, we should just contact AAA because I have an account. I pay like $100 a month. I know.
Okay.
This is where it gets weird.
Oh boy.
I pay like $100 a month for this service. So, can I use your phone to call? I'm like, yeah. So Marie gives him her phone. He makes the phone call. He gives the guy his account number or whatever, and a tow truck driver shows up. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, Marie told me this guy had been sitting out in this car, this Porsche, for like an hour before she got off work. I go, okay, well, his phone was dead, and obviously his battery's dead, so he can't charge his phone. But guess what? The girl in the car was like on her phone the entire time.
Yeah.
What?
So, okay. Anyway.
Oh boy.
So he was nice enough to call the tow truck driver. In the meantime, he goes, can you try to jump our car? I'm like, yes, I will try. He goes, I can't find the battery because battery was not in the front. So we were Googling it, and apparently it's in the back, in the back of the trunk. Mm-hmm. There were bags and boxes of just crap, of stuff, like junk. Like it was almost like somebody had
living in their car.
Either that or they had just taken off quickly from somewhere. I'm like, is that their car? Like, I mean, I don't want to make a judgment or anything like that, you know? And she's like distraught. And so I went up to the car and I'm like, she had plenty of time he was milling around so much and she had a phone. I'm like, if she was in danger, she would have been able to call, or she would have gotten out, or she would have signaled me or something like that, but she didn't. And so the guy goes, oh my God, I hope this tow truck driver gets here, because we couldn't find the battery. We couldn't find where to hook it up, because I have to get to the weed store. I cannot. He goes, it's going to close at 9:00.
The final piece of the puzzle.
And I'm like, relax. Because it was a little bit before 9, actually.
There we go.
It's okay. The tow truck driver comes. He has this little box. They have these little boxes now with these little cables. He's like, boop, 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 boop. And then Marie's car turns right on with this thing. And then so we thank the guy, because the guy it was his AAA guy. So he obviously, it was mysterious. So then he starts their car. And then I was talking to the woman. I'm like, look, are you okay? And she's like, was kind of crying. She's like, yeah, it's just been a hard day. I'm like, okay, well, are you good? And she's like, yeah. I go, okay. So it's not even 9:00 yet. You can still go to the dispensary. And she's like, I know. I'm so excited. I need it so bad.
Wow.
So I get back into my car because I'm following Marie home. Or we're going to drive around a little bit just to make sure her battery is working. Uh-huh. The guy comes up to my car, still in the poncho, and he goes, she wanted you to have this. He hands me this little tiny, those little teeny tiny bottles of Tabasco? Uh-huh. That.
You threw it away, right?
I mean, it wasn't opened, but it was like this big.
You should throw it away.
I would throw that away.
There was something bizarre going on. Like, for example, why didn't she call the tow truck?
Yeah.
It was all kinds of weird. And I don't know, like, Marie and I were trying to figure it out. We're like, okay, were they just like high? Were they, if she was being trapped by him or hurt by him?
I bet they were battling an eviction. I bet they
maybe something like that.
That's what it sounds like.
I bet there was a little bit of mental illness in there.
But they had this like really nice car.
Yeah, I bet it was more of a mental thing. Sometimes people with that sort of problem love weed because it's a great mood stabilizer.
My gosh. But I still think about like the woman. I still think about him. I mean, he did us a solid. Mm-hmm. I mean, he
gave you Tabasco.
But he also called I tipped the tow truck. We tipped the tow truck driver like $20 because he was really nice for coming out, and he was going to have to do like a separate call for the other guy, but he ended up just doing it anyway. But it was just like so incredibly random. Like, what?
Well, I don't understand.
Like, did I not read that right?
Why did she not call on her phone? That's the weird
right?
Weird.
Like, what was going on? And should I have done more, or did I?
No.
Was I okay? I mean, I didn't step away from a potential.
No, she has the means to get help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she was laughing through her tears, and her little big dog was in the back. I'm like, they like escaped from somewhere. Probably. They must have like run from somewhere.
Probably being.
But I didn't want to be nosy. But then, like, should I be nosy?
Bye.
I don't know. Like in a situation like that, like I think back on it and I go, is it somebody that did they need help, or were they just like kind of weird people?
I'm going to say just weird people.
Okay.
Just weird people,
yeah. That is funny.
Yeah, but like, what? Yeah.
That's so weird.
She had a phone. Why were you sitting in your car for an hour with a dead battery?
Yeah.
With your AAA number handy. Yep. Oh my God, it was so weird.
So weird.
Anyway, so that's my my little host chat. What about you? What happened to you?
Well, I'm on my own right now at work.
Oh yeah, what happened?
My associate left.
Quit, left?
Yeah, got another job.
Oh, okay.
And I adored her, but so this past weekend was my first weekend just running the show.
Solo.
Yeah. So I was all by myself, and on Wednesday, so my days off are Thursday and Friday. So on Wednesday before I left, I looked at our like tour schedule and stuff to see what appointments I had and everything. noticed that I had a morning appointment, but the person that had booked the appointment had canceled it. So they can go back in and cancel it. And so I was like, okay. So I had an 11:30 because my 10:30 had canceled. So at 11:25, this couple shows up. And they had that annoying thing where it's a backpack that you can put an animal in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the clear bubble. Was it a bubble?
Yes. And the dog was not having it. It was barking and just the minute they walked through the door. So my office is the first one. So they come up and the guy was a dick. And he was like, yeah, we have a tour. And I'm like, okay, what's your name? And I'm looking on the schedule. And I said, it says that you've canceled your tour. Like you went in last week and canceled your tour. And the woman just starts laying into me. And she's like,
not a good thing to do, but she didn't know, but I'm sure she found out.
Oh, she did. So she goes, we didn't cancel anything and we're from Orange County. Now, here's the thing that I hate. Number one, I don't care if you just flew in on a spaceship from Mars. You canceled your appointment and then the guy goes, well, we left a message. Well, the message pops up. We're running late. I said, okay, well, first of all, you're an hour late. Second of all, you canceled your appointment. Had you been here at 10:30, even though you canceled your appointment, I would have been able to help you. Now I can't because I now have an 11:30. They flipped the out. Yelling and screaming at me, and they're like, I go, look, all I can do, my schedule is full tomorrow. I can give you the information. I can book you for another day. They start yelling at me. We're from Orange County, and I'm like, I don't care where you're from. Like, I'm not going to now inconvenience all of the rest of my appointments for the day because A, you canceled your appointment, and now you're an hour late. So it went up, and I'm like, if I did hard drugs or any drug at all, for that matter, I would have been blissfully.
Gosh. Oh, you know what I had to do?
But here's the thing. Like, if you make an appointment, show up on time.
I know. Why? Were they young? Were they older?
No, they were young. I'm all and entitled and bitchy. And I go, if you make an appointment, everybody out there, show up on time. Don't show up 2 hours early. Don't show up 2 hours late. Don't show up an hour late. Sense. And then expect everybody to rearrange their life for you.
Common sense.
At least.
Yes, Brian?
Quick observation.
Yes.
I think it's always interesting to me how Laura will typically bring us a story that has a little bit of intrigue. She oversells it a little bit, ends up being not much, but there's a little bit of mystery there, and that's interesting. And then Erik tells us about the last bitchy person he talked to.
Mm-hmm. And let me just say, I was a delight. Well, I was a delight.
Well, but...
Oh, my God.
Erik vents. Laura brings us a mystery.
I know. Well, I don't have weird things like that happen to me because I'm not carousing around at all hours of the night.
Okay. I had to do something pretty interesting for my I call it my little baby job, which I love. I work in the AM 600 News, Kogo News Center, and I write news. And they sent me out on election day to ask people who they voted for and why.
You asked people who they voted for?
Yes.
That feels like really invasive.
Well, I know. But
popular.
Well, it's radio and you're anonymous and you're not on camera. True. And I mean, so I dressed very professionally. I tried to look approachable. I was in Del Mar because I had an appointment.
Giant Kamala Walls shirt, like flying the flag behind her.
You know what's crazy? Like it was all over the place. And this was Del Mar. So it was in a big shopping center. So the first guy I talked to, I said, I say who I am, and I recorded on my. What's the matter? Are you smelling something?
No. I was just laughing because I think Del Mar actually swung red this year.
Oh well, it was all over the place actually. Well, in my study, so I just did it on my phone with the camera, but I pointed the camera down, but it was just with video, and this guy. Who was obviously a foreign person who is now an American. I said, did you vote today? And he's like, yes, I did. And I said, would you care to tell me who you voted for? And he's like, I'm like, it's okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
How do you checked his voter ID? No,
and then one lady, she recognized me. She recognized me anyway. Whatever.
From where? Did you guys run into each other before? Like at maybe Kohl's or something?
Or at
Ross?
Walmart.
She's like, what are you doing? I go, oh, I'm working for Kogo News now.
She's like, I saw you buying toilet paper at Walmart last week.
I go, can I ask you a question? And I go, you won't be on video and I won't ask your name. And she's like, she was being super nice. And so I said, did you vote today? She goes, yes, I did. And then I go, who did you vote for? And she started laughing. And then I'm like, don't worry. You're not going to get murdered if you say who you voted for. Man. I go, I know it feels like, she's like, no, I'm so scared. And then like, she's just like, well, let me just say, I voted for who I hope will be the first female president. I'm like, okay.
Trump.
I'm like, okay. Let it out. And then this one guy, I talked to a very, very old couple, both of them. And I said, did you guys vote today? And they said, no. And I said, why? And he said, I'm a political science major from Cal Poly. And he said, I've become so disenchanted with our politics. And he was comparing what's going on now to the fall of Rome.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was like intense. So like they didn't vote. And then I sat next to this guy and I said, he had a shopping cart. And I go, hey, did you vote today? And he goes, oh man, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. And then I'm only 19. I'm like, and
most teenagers are pretty political. Now they're stupid. But
did he follow that up with, I can't wait to get to the weed store? Oh, okay.
But he's like, I heard they're both bad, man. You know, it was all over the place. It was really crazy. And then I came back and I did like a montage of like all the different everybody said. But I thought that was really, really interesting.
Who do you think you heard like more of, like candidate wise?
I
mean, it's
Kamala?
probably, I was gonna say it's probably Harris.
Yes, and I only got one person who admitted anyway to voting for Trump, and was that man.
There's a lot of secret voters though,
and then a bunch of people said no, shooed me away.
So those are the Trump ones.
Those are the ones that didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, it's funny. California was actually like the closest it's been in years for the margin.
It's just,
what a crazy election.
Yeah, I know.
My blood's starting to boil.
I know.
Can we talk about something else?
We're not
political.
One,
Eric.
We're not. We're not political.
He keeps saying he's gonna upset me. Dude, don't worry.
Puke.
Trump won. You got it.
Cue the random news music because I have some good stuff tonight.
Laura, I'm gonna puke.
Stop it.
I'm gonna puke.
Oh wait, I forgot to tell you.
The bad lady is gone, Eric. Don't worry.
I forgot to tell you one quick thing about the dead battery story.
Oh.
So the first person, you can keep the music on.
Okay, sure.
The first person that tried to help Marie was a guy who runs a store that's next to her restaurant, Elote. And he was closing up and he didn't have jumper cables. He couldn't do anything, whatever. And she goes, you know what? I really appreciate the gesture. Come by and I'll give you a michelada on the house. He came the next day and got 4.
What?
I'm like, what the hell? He didn't even like do. He tried to help, which was really nice, and she did offer him a michelada, but he took 4 of them, and they're huge.
The way you paused before you said michelada, really long and really like impactfully, I was like, what did she offer him?
Oh,
You're like, and she offered him a.
It's just like would you do that? Like if somebody said, hey, would you even like if you helped somebody start their battery and they said, you know what, I own a Subway sandwich shop and I want you to come by and get a sandwich on me anytime, would you even go back?
No.
If it was someone I wanted to get like the phone number of, maybe. But I wouldn't go for the sandwich.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
But that guy went deep.
Speaking of corn, guess what I made the other night?
What?
Mexican street corn soup.
Ooh.
It was delicious.
I bet it would have been better with Marie's corn. Oh gosh, I have some in the fridge if you want to make some more. Yeah.
Again, I just gotta point out, Erik just adds the most random crap, and Laura has like these structured stories.
God,
Thank you for noticing.
Here's an extra tidbit. He's like, oh, you want? Speaking of corn, I made corn. It's like, oh.
I had some in my toilet because I had corn and.
Can't believe we're not famous yet.
Oh,
Erik made
that
corn.
happened.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Do you want to take me outside and hit me with 2x4s for the rest of the evening?
No, I don't. Believe it or not, I don't.
God, I'm shocked.
I'm gonna smack the corn out of you.
It's already happened.
Louis Vuitton has come out with a pet line.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll be knocked
For
off
dogs.
soon enough.
No.
I'm so getting this. I'm so getting this.
Wearing a Louis
from
V
China.
handbag in a couple of weeks.
No.
We're gonna start with the poop bag.
Oh, God.
The poop bag holder. How much do you think that goes for?
I'm going to say
$600.
$1,800.
No, $470.
That was my first guess, but I bumped up a bit.
Then we have the Louis Vuitton One Dog Bowl. Go.
$900.
$1,500.
$2,200.
Oh, my God.
Then the creme de la creme. The Louis Vuitton Doghouse. It's a basic doghouse with the Louis Vuitton print.
Is it like, what's it made of?
I don't know the answer to that.
Is it big?
It's your basic doghouse.
$25,000.
No, I'm gonna say like $8,000.
$60,000 for a Louis Vuitton doghouse.
Dumb.
And you know who's? I immediately thought of the Kardashians. I'm like, I don't even know if they have dogs, but I'm like, somebody who would be
She'll
buying
buy a dog.
Somebody
just to put
that's
it in there.
fucking stupid.
Who will buy a Louis Vuitton? There's somebody that's going to be
what a
rocking that big
dipshit.
time. Okay, so there's a new trend in baby names. And this is funny because this does not work for me. A baby name expert says, this trend, my best friend's dad, is the next big baby name trend for girls. Some examples are like Scotty or Tommy
Dumb.
or Mickey
Dumb.
or Billy. What was your dad's name?
Eddie.
So if you had a baby girl, Eddie Rimmer, her name would be Eddie.
Oh, God. That is dumb.
Oh, okay. My best friend's dad.
Ed Rimmer is like the trucker who buys the gas station prostitute.
Well, listen to this. If I followed this trend and I had Evan, but I'm going to go with this trend. I'm going to name my baby after my best friend's dad.
Eddie Rimmer. Eddie Cain.
Dick Cain.
Dick Rimmer would have been
Dickie.
good.
Dick Rimmer would have been
Oh,
great.
my God. Dick Rimmer. Oh, wow.
Okay. And speaking of trends and stuff, so what trend do you remember that has come and gone and it came and went so fast and it was just stupid? I'll give you some examples.
Stupid Z Cavarici pants.
The internet.
That's not a trend.
So glad that fad
Stop
went
it.
away.
Do you remember? Well, you don't. But do you remember in the 90s? I kind of don't remember this when kids were walking around with pacifiers around their neck.
Yes.
What?
Oh my,
That was like a
yes.
trend.
That was so
I have never heard of that.
Stupid.
That's funny.
It for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
When the poop emoji was like everywhere, they were like, remember, they were like, you could get stuffed animals, you could get pillows, you could get a mattress cover, you could get da-da-da-da-da, poop emoji. That went away.
You had a comforter with poop emojis all over it.
I did not. When mustaches, remember mustaches were on everything.
Yeah, I never understood that
I didn't either.
because it was a chick thing.
Hey, wait, isn't this Movember?
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
Yeah, it is.
I love giving a good mustache ride.
Okay, that's
Eric,
gross.
that is untrue.
Also, that's also a chick thing.
That is incorrect.
It
He
does
doesn't
not-
even know what he's talking
It
about.
does not have to be a chick thing.
How would
Oh my God,
Okay.
you are a dirty bird.
Either the angles
you
don't
are
work or it's way
dirty
grosser than I
bird.
was thinking.
Yeah, we are down a rabbit hole now.
mustache?
Thank
ride?
you very much,
You're
Eric.
welcome.
God,
Rimmer.
how often do you clean that mustache? Not
daily.
enough.
Flash mobs. Remember when people would like
Oh, the videos.
gather together
Yeah.
and do a dance and
Stupid.
break out in public?
Yeah.
planking. Remember planking?
Oh yeah.
Briefly, that I don't think that was popular for very long.
It wasn't. It was hot.
Stupid.
It was really stupid. But
Yeah.
but people did it for like a hot minute. What's the Flappy Bird game?
That was just an iPhone game that just got really popular, and the creator just removed it from the store.
He did. He was just over it.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
And then finally, and I never really understood how these were valuable or how these were going to work. NFTs.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Okay,
And
please explain.
An NFT is literally just a digital picture, but it has a specific type of software called blockchain, which can assign ownership to it and also track that ownership across like the entire internet. So basically, it's a way for you to prove you own an image.
You own that image, only you, solo, and you buy it.
You can make 1 million copies of the image too, but like you'll still own it in a way. It's really
It's done. It went away.
it was but it was a trading thing. You would collect like people would
Yeah.
trade these NFTs and make money off of them.
Okay, I want you to. They did a poll. This is a poll, but I want you to pretend like we are a couple, and we're gonna walk down the
Couple
street.
of what?
A couple, like a man and a woman.
Losers.
A couple.
A
A
couple
couple of
losers.
hetero,
Okay.
sexual. A couple.
I love
Deepen
your
voice a
I
little.
love your boobs and your vagina.
No, you don't. I don't want you to say anything.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to pretend like we're walking down the street and grab my hand and,
Okay.
and hold my hand as if we're gonna walk down the street together, take a nice walk.
Okay. I can't.
Okay.
I can't wait to bang you.
Oh, this is
tonight.
like a straight test.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did it right.
See, look, no. In a new poll, 30% of people say they interlock their fingers
Yeah.
when holding hands.
Yeah.
You have
But
to.
the boomers prefer cupping.
No.
Oh, that's
The
weird.
older you get, the more you cup. The younger you are, the more you use your fingers.
I cup sometimes, but
Don't go. Okay.
dude, we're on
Don't.
the.
I know. Hello.
God.
And I'm not. Yeah. There's a new.
That's cupping.
I think
I don't
hand
know.
holding is actually kind of going away. I don't see very much hand holding.
You know what? I don't remember the last time I held hands with
I
somebody.
like hand holding, and I
Here.
feel like it's going away.
I haven't.
Here. There we go. We'll
I
hold
haven't
hands.
really touched anybody in a long time.
Well, Laura, that's a different problem.
That's like
Would
really
you like?
sad.
Would you like to touch me?
I haven't like been affectionate with anybody in a long time. I haven't
wanna make
shown like
Eric,
any
I think
affection.
we should go.
You want to make out?
No,
She's getting real desperate.
no. I'm just saying it's kind of sad.
I must look pretty good then, huh?
I think I'm missing human contact.
Okay, Laura, let's not. This is.
Aren't I?
This is depressing.
Oh my God, whatever. All right, here's the next.
Look, I'm your friend. I'm just gonna tell you.
What?
These problems don't matter. Stop talking about that. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Here we go, Mom.
I'm
is that
kidding.
why I'm like so psychotic?
No.
Or-
Well, maybe you're lonely.
Oh.
Oh, should we do a therapy session?
I should go to therapy. I think I need therapy, but
Maybe. Sometimes, now, as a student of psychology, I'm just going to say sometimes therapy is a little overrated.
wait, okay, wow. Most people are like champions of therapy.
Here's the
because
thing.
What's your problem with therapy?
You can go to therapy and they can find something wrong with you.
I
Yes.
don't think the goal is to find something wrong with you. I think
Laura-
the goal is to keep talking.
Laura has so many liver spots. I thought I was petting a Dalmatian.
That's fucked, man. No, therapy is an overall good thing, but sometimes we put it on a really high pedestal.
You know how we play that game?
Dude, you are.
What's your price?
Look how red he is.
You know how we play that game? What's your price? What's your price to take Erik out in front of my place?
Put him down, Godfather style.
Yes. What's your first saying that about my hands and liver spots?
God, I don't
What's your
know.
price?
That's such a commit. I got.
I want you to take him down.
No, I gotta dispose of the body. I
No,
gotta
you don't
cover
need
my
to kill him.
tracks.
I don't want you to kill him. I just want you to like. I want you to just take him down and like humiliate him.
Oh,
Well, you just did.
What's your price?
$50?
Okay.
60. Well, I know that's too much for you. 45. We'll do a friends and family discount.
Okay, great.
Okay. There's this new hack, this flying hack going around, and I think it's dumb, but people swear by it. And it's not like if you're flying Southwest, but if you're flying like to Europe or some exotic location, but they're calling it check-in chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you wait until the very last second to check in hopes of procuring a premier seat for free.
Oh, but if you don't, you get
Then
the
you're
worst seat
screwed.
I mean,
imaginable.
It is the biggest risk ever.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
thanks.
the new trend that's going
I will
around.
not
Wait.
participate in that trend.
That doesn't even make sense.
It
How
does.
that work?
So here's a new concept. Instead of checking in for your flight right away, just hold off until the last minute. The thinking is that by waiting until the end, you could receive a premium seat, one with extra leg room or an aisle or a window seat closer to the front without being charged extra. Many airlines charge more for specific seats, but those are also more likely to be available if the plane doesn't sell out. But if it does, this is a risk. If the flight is overbooked, as airlines tend to do, and if you are the last to check in, it's possible that you could be bumped from the flight. That seems like a big risk.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why it's called check-in chicken.
Also, those preferred seating typically don't have that much leg room. That's really only like a first class thing.
And those days of when you could say, "Oh, I'm checking in. I'm going to see my grandma. Can you bump me up to first?" Nobody does that anymore. Nobody gets bumped up to first class anymore.
The best comp I got, and it wasn't a very good one, but it was the best one, is they asked me to switch seats. I was flying by myself, from like an aisle seat to just a different aisle seat, so like two people could sit next to each other. And they gave me a free cocktail voucher for the flight, and so I used it, and I got a Jack and Coke. And by God, it was the worst Jack and Coke I've ever. It was like straight Jack. It was so bad.
One time we were going to that radio conference that I talked about, a radio show boot camp in New Orleans, and we were all flying coach because the stations would pay for us to go to this conference. Well, somehow one of us got bumped to first class, and I was the one that got bumped to first class on the first flight. And so I was sending back like hot towels, strawberries, like all these things, hot nuts.
I don't even think first class really does that anymore.
I don't think so
flights.
either. I know.
It's just the seats. They're bigger seats.
Actually, when I flew to Paris first class,
Excuse me.
I know. I'm sorry. I kind of have lived a life. I've lived a life.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing in the world. And the seats reclined into a bed. It was like and you got a little toiletry bag with everything, deodorant, toothbrush, chapstick, all the things, socks, a mask. Anyway, I forgot my train of thought.
Great story, Laura. Anyways, first class is great. I've never flown it, but I would like to someday.
Oh, no, they do. They do still give hot nuts. Yes,
Okay.
they did do that. And then they offered champagne to everybody before the flight took off. And they did give you your drinks before the flight took off. So they do cater to the first class people.
You know, it's funny though. Like the meal things are not really, like that's not really much of a thing anymore.
Even if you, like, just say I was going to fly to Vietnam. Would I get like a dinner? I would get a lunch or a dinner.
The longest flight I've done is 5 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I haven't flown out of the country.
Yeah, I think on international flights you might, but not
Maybe.
on.
You've never been out of the country?
No, I have.
Oh.
I've just never taken the times I've flown out of the country. It's like from here to Florida, and then from Florida like Turks and Caicos or something.
Right.
But the best they do is they sell like those little boxed meals that are like they microwave for 2 seconds and hand to you.
Right.
For like $25.
Yeah.
But like the fancy meals, I don't think they really do that anymore.
I think if you fly to like New Zealand or something,
Maybe.
then you're getting like dinner and you're getting like silverware. I think.
Maybe.
I don't
What's the planes that used to have the open bars on like the top floor, like the massive ones on like the tropical like cruise flights? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. And they had like there were planes that were just
Like the
so
Airbuses.
nice,
I need
and they
to
had
find that
like,
flight.
oh my gosh, the only time I've been in a plane that had like the 3 rows, like
Yeah.
the middle row and then the sides, only very, very like a handful of times I've been on a plane that big.
You have to be flying to like Japan or something.
Truly, I want to fly to Dubai and
No,
go
you
to
don't.
Air Emirates.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Well, you don't want to go to Dubai.
Why?
Dubai is that is a restrictive country, I'll say.
So
They hate women.
I don't care.
Oh, you will.
No, because you know what? I heard my friend went to Dubai and used used Groupons for every event he did in Dubai, and he did it on the cheap.
Oh, that's cool.
And-
It's very easy for foreigners to get arrested in Dubai. And it's really hard
Oh,
to
you'd
get
be
out of
arrested
it.
for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh my
why,
God.
but I probably
You
would.
would.
I think swearing in public can get you arrested.
I'd be canned.
I'm not positive
fast.
about that, but they're pretty.
Yeah, you would be arrested for something. You would be arrested for just for looking in the wrong way.
Probably.
Just your resting face would
My
get you
resting
arrested.
bitch face would get me arrested. Yeah.
I want to go to Japan though. That's where I want to go.
Okay, I know Japan. I would love to go to Tokyo. Okay, what is something I'm gonna find out? We're gonna end with this. It's gonna be like a little short one tonight because we had.
We're at 40 minutes.
Oh, I'm thinking we're like it's gone by so fast.
Yeah,
it's gone by so fast. I love you guys. Okay, is there something that you've seen a lot, but you're still in awe every time you see it?
You.
Shut up.
Jesus.
I know that's a joke and that is not funny. I'll give you some examples. Somebody did a recent, and then they gave, I think it was like on Reddit or something. Mountains. When you see a big mountain range, somebody said, and the ocean. I'm always in awe of the ocean, especially when the waves are huge. When you really think about the ocean, oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. There's a show on Netflix you have to watch. It's called Investigation Alien. It's brand new.
No, I'm good.
OMG.
I really dislike documentaries.
It's not. It's episodic.
Documentary though.
Yes.
I hate it.
This guy is a reporter who has been
What's
on.
his name?
I don't remember
Jeremy
his
Corbell.
No, but he is in this,
Ugh.
and they talk about Bob Lazar a little bit,
Ugh.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
But this guy, this is new stuff. These are new video. This one video that they show of a spacecraft, it wasn't like anything you've ever seen. It looked like a jellyfish hanging in the sky, and it wasn't visible to the human eye. It was infrared, and it was caught on.
At a military base? Yeah, I've seen this video. You know what it was? It was a balloon. They found it out.
Oh, okay.
That clip's
That was
been
the
debunked.
government talking about that, talking it away.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the clip.
It looks nothing like a balloon,
I
and
know,
it goes
but I've seen it-
around.
I've seen
and
it color corrected and-
That's because
it
the
wasn't
air was
colored.
being let out
I
of it.
know. Never mind.
No, it was moving in.
It's fine.
I'm telling you something. I'm telling you.
You need to watch the documentary, the true crime documentary on Netflix called Into the Fire.
Okay, I'm into
Stop
that.
watching documentaries.
It's good. I love documentaries.
I
I
love
hate
alien
documentaries.
stuff.
I want to like them, but
What?
okay.
I watched the Whitney documentary. That was
Yeah,
sad.
it was really
I love documentary topics, but the thing is that I feel like documentaries often present like just the most, glamorized version, and I hate it because it's always so far off from what usually like the true situation is.
Okay, Charlie and I love this show called Documentary Now. Have you heard of this show? Okay, it's by Bill Hader and the guy that does Portlandia, and they do these fake documentaries that look like real documentaries, and they're like so freaking funny, but they're not supposed to be funny. Brian, this would be totally up your alley.
Every once in a while, there's a good
Now.
one. Like the Mendez brothers one was good, and they actually did some interesting social movement. But for the most part, it's like they take basic facts that have been known forever,
I love documentaries.
and then they just spin them up interestingly, and they go, "What really happened?" Like, okay, like this has already been discussed to death.
I love like religious documentaries. I love
That's
like
fine.
people that have been to like hell camp, like teenagers that went to hell camp. I've watched that documentary.
I did
I've
too.
watched
If there is like actual footage that they had to go out and get, it's usually good. But otherwise, like alien ones are.
I'm
always
telling you
terrible.
something, and it's off the coast of Southern California
Yeah, I know we're a hot spot for supposed UFO activity.
and Tampico, Mexico.
Have you heard of
Just
that
watch
road that's out somewhere near like El Cajon or Lakeside or something?
Oh, Proctor
Road.
Proctor Valley Road. That's
Proctor
the
Valley.
haunted. It's haunted.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
is it?
alien. Yes.
I've
That
been up
like the rumor or the story is things roll up
Really, at Proctor?
on
It's a gravity.
Proctor Valley Road.
That's an illusion, though. That's cool, though.
But they also say it's very haunted.
If anything's haunted, it is Wildcat Canyon. That's just because how many people have died there.
Oh, is that why you can't drink at Barona Casino? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's why, because
Maybe.
of the twisty roads. They don't want people to get,
That and
loaded.
La Cresta Boulevard's had a couple people die on it.
Thunderstorms and wind. Wind, when I see a really strong wind, I know I've never been in a tornado. I've never been in a hurricane, and I know that'd be a whole different story. But I I'm always in awe. I love the wind. I love Santa Ana winds. That gets me in awe.
Do you get depressed by bad weather, or does it make you excited? Like gloomy, overcast, rainy, windy?
No.
No, I don't get depressed by that. Like
I
work it. Like I go, oh, this is a day where I'm gonna like.
What if
cocoon.
it was months and months of it?
Then I would
Yeah.
Like Charlie is in Portland, and a lot of times it's overcast and rainy there for months.
Yeah.
And he was seriously considering buying one of those lamps.
UV lamp.
Yeah. Because there is seasonal depression.
Oh yeah.
And Evan is such a sunny Southern California girl that she's starting to feel that way right now, actually, to be honest with you. We just had that conversation. I'm like, you need to come home, be in San Diego. We're going to get some highlights in your hair. Like, you know, no, I'm just saying, like, she goes, my hair is dark and I feel da-da-da-da. I go, trust me.
What about like okay, for example, what I was thinking of, we had the Santa Ana a week ago. And one of my favorite feelings was I had my window cracked open. It was a cold Santa Ana, right? And I was like laying in bed and I could just hear the wind howling through the trees. And I was like, amazing.
I love
that. Is awesome.
Me too. Brian.
I love that cold, like that, where it's like, it's not menacing, but it feels a little dangerous.
It does.
Yeah.
And
nature feels real, alive.
It's kind of cool to feel weather. And I know that this is not the right thing to say, but in a way, I kind of want to experience a tornado, not being in one, but
Me
like
too,
to
though.
see one.
Well, I kind of want to,
It's
like
horrible.
the dash cam videos of people who like they are driving, all of a sudden there's a tornado and they flip it and they are like, things are flying. That looks a little fun.
But I mean, things
Sure
are
it's not,
actually
though.
in it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's scary. Okay. The night sky on a clear evening. The stars. I mean, you sit and ponder and like, wow, the universe, it's endless. My mind's blown. Watching an airplane take off, especially a big giant airplane, like we were talking about, the kind that go to Japan, the kind that go to Dubai.
Sure.
It's just kind of a miracle. I'm in awe that it can lift off. I know what the formula is, but it's still.
You know the formula?
Well, whatever, I know how it
works.
works.
What's the drag coefficient, Laura?
Whatever, but
Anyways.
you know what I'm trying to say.
Actually,
just with all that weight and all that luggage and all that.
You know what blows my mind is we see jets in the sky a lot because we live by the Miramar base. But I went to the Air and Space Museum not that long ago, and they have an old F-16 that used to be a Blue Angels jet. And you don't realize how absolutely massive those things are. They're like 3 school buses in length almost. No, I think they're like 2.5.
Really? I thought they were small.
No, jets are huge. They are absolutely
the kind that land on the aircraft carriers?
Yeah, they're massive. They're like 50 feet long or something.
Have you ever seen the International Space Station fly over us?
Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
Just looks like a star, but...
And snow is pretty awe-inspiring because we don't get to see that very often. I think I've been in snow less than 10 times in my life.
Julian's not even that far.
I know, but I just don't. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't see snow until I was like, I don't know, in my teens.
That's crazy.
I know.
Big Bear's not that far.
I know, but we weren't a camping family. Not that Big Bear's camping or cabiny. Oh, we did go to Big Bear, but we went during the summer.
Oh.
I remember I got a splinter in my toe. That's the only thing I remember when I was little. And it was really painful. And then somebody said Tool in concert. Are you a Tool fan?
What the hell is Tool? Is
Tool, the band.
No.
Tool. I freak out, but I'm also in awe when I see just the top of a submarine bobbing up.
Submarines are cool.
They freak me out.
When's the last time you've seen a submarine, though?
I've been inside a submarine. You can go at the Maritime Museum.
Yeah, I know. I've been in that one, too. It's cool.
It is. But gosh, I couldn't do it.
I've always wanted to see one of those massive military nuclear subs come out from the water.
Oh, my gosh.
Things are huge.
I couldn't do it. And then seeing a blimp, doesn't a blimp freak you out?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like a blimp parked or a blimp when it's like the rope is tied to it's kind of because it's a big balloon. I've been in a blimp before. I took a blimp ride on the Goodyear blimp.
I did too when I was a kid.
How big is the cabin of that thing? Is it tiny?
It's the size of like
Is there anything up there like inside it besides just the cockpit?
No, not really. There's just the seats. I kind of felt like I was in a VW van.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like a big car, basically.
Yeah.
I've always wondered.
And it's really slow.
Yeah, it's really slow.
It was cool though, but I always think it's really neat seeing.
You know what's crazy? Helicopters. Those are crazy. How they actually like work and how much mechanical stuff has to go into it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I'm an aerial videographer.
You didn't build the helicopter. I'm not impressed by you.
I'm an aerial videographer for traffic at the news stations.
You play
in town.
a video game in a helicopter.
I know, but it is pretty cool.
It is.
It is very cool. And then one more finally from me. I am always in awe when I go to a big concert. I just think it's just, I feel cool. I feel like it's, I have a big smile
How can
on my
that be?
face.
Because you don't spend enough time there. You always are in the gift shop.
That's such an old person thing to say too.
What?
Yeah.
That I like to go to concerts?
No, that you feel so in awe and like whatever it is at concerts.
She's like, when I was at that
Shut-
Indigo Girls concert, this was the perfect outfit for that.
Elton John was the best concert I ever saw. I think I left 30 minutes after it started.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But I got a T-shirt.
Oh my God. Seeing you
I like
two in
concerts,
Vegas
though.
was amazing.
Oh, okay.
That was
Was that-
seeing Radiohead.
Didn't they just play in Vegas at the new Dome Theater, whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, I
wanted to
really
see
wanted
that.
to
The
see
Sphere.
you two at the Sphere, but those tickets were like hell.
That thing's
Yeah,
gonna
they
be
were.
that's gonna end up being like one of the like modern marvels of the, or what do you call it? Like
Have you been to
wonders of the
Vegas
modern world.
since it's been there?
I've
Yeah.
never been to Vegas.
You haven't?
No.
Road trip.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Road trip.
The Sphere is incredible.
What do you do in Vegas besides gamble?
Oh, there's tons to do.
Like what?
We could
there's
go. We
shows,
could go.
there's-
Okay, there. Yes.
Okay.
There's the
We could also-
Neon Museum, which is amazing.
There's a Titanic museum.
Yeah.
I could get escorts.
You do that. You can go to sex clubs. You can go to strip clubs. You can go see how the Hoover Dam was built. That's like around the corner. You
I
could get an
pass
area.
on all those things.
I
I'm
feel-
not
Oh
going
my
to a
God, so
strip
fun.
club.
I feel like you should go to see the Sphere.
Actually,
Just to see the Sphere.
what I want to see is I want to go. I forget which casino it is. I want to go in the one that has the Venice canals indoors with the.
Oh, that's the Bellagio.
Or
it
is
the
that no?
Bellagio?
That's at
I think
Paris.
Or the Venetian.
Yeah.
The Venetian.
The
The
Venetian.
Venetian.
Yeah, it's the Venetian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really, 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 really cool. And the
You can
Bellagio
actually
is really
hang
cute.
glide through one of the. Is it the Bellagio that you can hang glide
I don't care. I
Fremont
don't know.
Street, which is Old Vegas, you can zip line.
through? Or zip line?
Yeah, that's
I just
right.
want to pull off an Ocean's 11 heist. You know.
I'm feeling a podcast road trip to Vegas is in the works.
Maybe.
Sometime in the not too distant future.
Maybe.
On that note,
Yes.
keep working on your stand-up comedy acts, guys, because it's coming. I haven't nailed down a date yet.
Oh.
But,
And by
What?
the way,
Uh-huh.
speaking of future things.
don't even start.
Oh,
People are already saying that I've got to win this year because
it's
the
not
chicken
going to
socks
happen.
were stupid.
I'm not doing. Oh, the Temu.
It's not going to happen. Cain,
you
are going down in flames.
What about this idea? I know a comic. You know Mal Hall?
No.
Okay, he's great.
Yeah.
What if we change it up and we perform for a real comic?
No.
And then
No.
he can tell us who wins.
No.
And okay, it's either or.
No. It
Brian.
doesn't have to be.
I
Yes,
don't,
it does.
I don't
Play
mind
the
that at
game.
all. I think that's pretty good.
You like that?
I
Yeah.
feel our community's. You guys are so annoying.
Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to do it.
I just have some pride, you know. Like
You can still have pride. You're not going to like
No,
lose your.
Laura, you don't get it because you gave yours up a long time ago.
You are.
I know. Huh?
Yeah,
I know,
that's
right?
not
Yeah,
joke.
I think getting Mal in here would be a great.
Fine.
Wouldn't that be fun? And then like
Yeah.
perform in front of him,
Yeah.
and then he could say, "That was really good," or "That would have bombed."
I can't do raunchy though. That's the problem.
Doesn't have to be.
Can.
Doesn't have to be raunchy.
Well, make it not.
Even. Ugh.
Mine's not raunchy.
Make it
I
clever.
don't believe that for a
Be
second.
No, mine isn't.
Seinfeld.
Mine's actually pretty clean.
Seinfeld was never funny.
Oh, shut
No,
up.
he wasn't. He's stupid.
Yeah.
Yes,
never,
he was.
No, he
funny.
wasn't.
Have you seen
Boring.
B Movie? That's
What
peak
about
Seinfeld.
Ellen?
That's awful.
Ellen is funny.
Ellen was not funny.
Okay.
I saw her final concert. She was not funny.
Well, then this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you, then, isn't it, Brian? You're going to do it.
Really? Will I?
Yes, you will.
I'm sick that day.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. It's on my calendar.
No, It's in the bylaws of this show.
It's
the contract you signed.
I didn't sign the contract.
Damn it.
And Eric's rider got thrown out. So
It did not.
yes, it did.
No.
Yes,
Every
it
once
did.
in a while I get fed.
Every once in a while.
Where is the rider? I don't see it.
I don't know. I think
Laura
I
has
burned
it posted
Wasn't
in her bedroom.
notarized. Yeah,
Okay.
She sleeps with it.
Anyway, okay, we have more coming up next week. Oh, and then Clay is going to be on the show.
Cannot wait.
From Dollface Club.
Hope you ordered me something.
Well, no, I was sending. I'm trying to, because Brian really loves her, because she does sweatshirts and cool designs, and for Dollface Club, and the money goes to women's recovery homes. And she is just an awesome designer.
She's amazing.
And I sent him, I go, hey, this is available on her, because her things sell out all the time.
do.
And it was a gray hoodie. I'm like, okay, he'd be down with this. And it was like a woman. It kind of looked like a tattoo.
With her tits out.
It was a naked woman, but it looked like a sailor would have it tattoo on his arm. I'm like, what about this, Brian? He goes, well, I could do without the nudity. I'm like, oh my God.
I wasn't offended by it. I just wouldn't wear that.
I know. So I'm working on it.
No one loves nudity more than me, but
I'm working on it.
Me too.
So anyway, she's coming up on
we like different forms of it.
Thanksgiving week. Let's not go down that hole.
Oh, you just said hole. Wow.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Love your podcast. Please say it. Please say it. Please say it. Please say it. Please
What? Love
say
your
it.
hole? Oh.
Okay, it's closing in 3
Love your
seconds.
podcast.
Okay. Love you, my sweet babies. I love you. Mwah. Bye.